Hello guys, welcome back to a new video, and in this video I'm going to cover how to subtract mixed numbers with number borrowing. So we borrow numbers if we're subtracting numbers, and in this case, like, we don't want to go into the negatives. We are going to borrow from the bigger number to the left of it, and we can then start subtracting. So I have two examples on my screen right here, as you can see, and we're going to go through them both together to get this down right quick and easily. So let's jump straight into number one, and where we have 7/1/4 minus 3/2/3. So the first thing I like to do is I like to write them down below each other. So I do this just to make it easier for myself because, like other subtraction problems, you usually write them below each other. So I like to do that with mixed numbers also. So we're going to do 7/1/4 minus 3/2/3. We have our problem here, and now we can do our 4 or 5 steps. So, and I said 4 or 5 because the simplify, you don't always have to simplify your answer, because sometimes it is already simplified to its simplest fraction. So let's start with the first step. So the first step, you can see it says denominator. So this means we have to make both of the denominators the same denominator. So we're going to see how we can get these two denominators to the same denominator. So let's think about it as the multiples of 4 and 3, which both will equal the same denominator. So the smallest number we can get is 12 by multiplying 4 3 times and multiplying 3 4 times. So we're going to do this. So we're going to multiply 4 by 3 and multiply 3 by 4, like this. So let's write. So 4 times 3 equals 12, 12, and 3 times 4 equals 12. So now we have to do the same at the numerators, of course. So if we multiplied by 3, we also have to multiply the numerator by 3. So we're going to do 1 times 3 equals 3, and 2 times 4 equals 8. So we're going to get this. And now we can write up the whole numbers, like this. Now we did our rename step. So now we can start subtracting. And here we will get to our third and fourth step. So now we have 7/3/12 minus 3/8/12. And when subtracting mixed numbers, you always want to subtract the fractional parts first. And I'm going to show you why. So let's say we are subtracting our whole numbers first. Then we won't be able to borrow for our subtraction of our fractional parts. So this is why we're gonna start with our fractions. So when subtracting fractions, we are not subtracting the denominators. These always stay the same. So we are gonna do 3 minus 8. 3 minus 8 we don't want to do because we will get into the negatives. So we have to borrow. So we're gonna borrow from the 7. So we can cross this 7 out like this, and now we will get, we are borrowing from the 7. So we are going to add 12 to the 3. So basically we're going to do it like this. We're adding 12 12th, like this. So now we get 3 plus 12 equals 15. 15. And of course, let's do it a bit more to the right. 15. And of course, the denominator stays the same, so we get 15/12. And now our whole number will turn into a 6 because we took one whole out to borrow. So now we have 6/15/12 minus 3/8/12. 12th, like this. And now we can subtract easily. So now we can just do 15 minus 8. So 15 minus 8 equals, my bad guys, 15 minus 8 equals 7. So let's write it down here, 7. And our denominator stays the same. Now to our whole numbers, we have 6 minus 3, and this will just equal. So now we got our final answer. And of course, always look to simplify, but in this case, we can't simplify because it's already in its simplest form. So this will be our final answer of the first problem. So now let's go over to our second problem. Let's move this a bit more to the left so we have enough space for our second problem. Give me 1 second. So now let's go over to our second problem. For our second problem, we have 9 2/5 minus 4 4/7. So what we have to do, again, the first step I like to take is write them below each other. So we're going to do 9 2/5 minus 4 4/7, like this. So now we have to make the denominator a common denominator. So we have to make them both the same denominator. So we are going to do this by look at the multiples of 5 and 7 and see which number is the same. So, and also a trick we can always do is we can just multiply the denominators by each other and you will always get to a common denominator. So that's a little tip for y'all. So let's utilize this. So we're going to do 5 times 7 and 7 times 5. So 5 times 7 and 7 times 5. So 5 times 7 equals 35. And 7 times 5 also equals 35. So as you can see, this does work. Let's write it a bit more low, like this. So as you can see, we now have the common denominator. And now we have to do the same for the numerators. So we're going to do 2 times 7. This will equal 14. And 5 times 4. 5 times 4 equals 20. Like this. So now we have our new renamed mixed numbers. So we have 9 14 35th and 4 20 35th. So let's move this all a bit to the left so we have a bit more space. Like this. And let's separate these two a bit more. So now we have two separate mixed numbers which we can now subtract. So now we can start subtracting. So we're going to go to the borrow step and the subtraction step. So now we're going to start by subtracting our fractional parts. We're going to do 14 minus 20. And of course with fractions you don't want to get in the negatives, so we have to borrow again. So we're going to borrow. We're going to borrow from the 9 and we're going to do plus 35 35th, like this. This will get us to 49 35th. And of course our whole number of 8 now has turned into 8 because we have borrowed a whole number from the 9. And now we can just write our other mixed number down below, like this, 4/25th. And now we can simply start subtracting. So we're going to start with the fractional parts, of course. So we're going to do 49 minus 20. 49 minus 20 equals 29. So let's write it a bit here, 29. And our denominator stays the same, which is 35. And now we can start subtracting the whole numbers. So we have 8 minus 4. 8 minus 4 equals 4, 4, and this will be our final answer. Again, always look to simplify your fraction to get to the correct answer. And in this case, we can't simplify any further, so this will be our final answer. So, this can be a bit complicated if you don't know how to do it yet, but if you just keep practicing this and keep doing these sort of questions, these sort of problems, you will get the hang of it pretty easily, just like me. So, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did enjoy the video, make sure to leave a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment in the leave a question in the comments if you have any, and as always, this was Mr. Mathz, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.